Okay, so welcome to another week of the weekly support and clarity from Spirit for you. So we're doing this from October 28th, the Monday, to November the 3rd, the Sunday. So I thought I would do it here out in the beautiful B&B where I've been staying, out near the pool, got the yoga swing in the background. And thought it'd be a really nice place to do the weekly reading. Okay, so how I work is I call in my guides, or those in spirit who love me, ask them to please come close to give you what you need for the upcoming week. Any tips, techniques, exercises that may come along with that. Okay, so just give me a second to tune in, seal off, call in my guides, and we'll get straight into our fun. All right. Okay, a couple of different things have come in here. So one of the things is what really excites you, what really gives you a smile, every time you think about that, what really evokes that really beautiful energy, that wonder, that awe, that can't wait to do this, that sort of fun inside you. And when you think about that, think about how often do you go into that state? How often do you do this thing that really brings you joy? They're just talking about me here for a second. They're saying one of the things that always gives David joy is music. And when I played music professionally for quite a long time, both in bands and DJing, it was one thing that would always excite me, always lift me up, and always put a smile on my face, and still does to this day. So what are the things? There's never just really one thing that does this. It's generally quite a few different things. But what are those things that do that for you, and how often are you doing this? How often are you really making a bit more of a concerted effort to put yourself into that state of being uplifted, being energized, of being excited, and really feeling incredibly happy and just in flow? Because when you're in flow and when you're in that state of suspended love or suspended excitement, this is really when a lot of the alignment, a lot of the processing, personal development, the healing in which you've been trying to attain will help to come into place. So they're saying that joy and happiness are really some of the building blocks of life, along with love. And when you're joyful, when you're happy, when you're in that state, when you're just laughing your ass off and you're right in the moment, this is when the things in which you've been trying to manifest, you've been trying to do, seamlessly just pop in, and the things which may have been stopping that just get released or get loosened and just recede from you, because being in that state of joy, that state of love, that state of excitement, it's pure, and it's something which it's never forced. It's never something in which you have really pressured yourself to attain or to do. It's a state of being suspended in love, in life, and in beauty, wherever that may be. And it's one of the times in which a person is completely mindful. So it's one of those elements in which it brings you closer to that state of enlightenment, or to a pure alignment within everything within your life. And it's something which is free, you don't have to pay for it, and it's something which helps to create the biggest and most beautiful opportunities in your life, and really helps you to get clarity about what you want, where you are. When you're in that state, when you're just laughing with your friends and you can't stop laughing, you're not thinking about anything at all. You're just laughing, you're just thinking about what was so funny, and being in that moment. There's nothing else that exists. And this is another really pure form of meditation. And it's that state in which we're all striving to get to one way or another. So have a think about this, and have a think about the things in which really erupt that type of joy, that type of mindfulness, that kind of love within your system. Because the more that you make some effort to creating this in a daily, weekly, whatever it may be within your life, the more that the things in which you are wanting to do, the opportunities you're wishing to create, the clarity you're looking for, they're going to start coming to you in a much easier way in which they possibly had before, or that thing where you just keep forcing and pushing and trying, and there's this pressure that's involved which actually hinders the process. So try that out, have a think about that, and how you can start to create that in your day. Now, it might be through, listening to music, drawing, relaxing, cooking, running, playing with your kids, going for walks, meditation, yoga, whatever it is. That when you start to bring this in as a daily, if you can, or otherwise every few days, on a weekly basis, we can do it 2 or 3 times a week, this is going to create more of a calm, relaxed, foundational base from what you can work on, and it will really start to permeate in your life. With this will come a lot more clarity, a lot more understanding, and you'll start to really see what is working for you in your life and what is not working for you. The people that are uplifting you in your life, the people that aren't, and the types of activities which are really joyful and uplifting, and the types of activities that are not. So it'll just start to get really, really clear and really easy for you. All right, so the other thing, what were they talking about? Okay, so the other thing they were talking about is how, when you allow yourself to come back into that place of really allowing yourself to let go of concerns, of worries, that state where it's like, okay, I do know that things are going to fall into place, and you let go of the conceptions about how that can happen as well. Like, how often do you do that, and how eager are you to be able to surrender into that state of ease, of relaxation, and really of connecting to self. Now, sometimes people don't think, I'm not confident enough to do that, or I'm not able to do that, or it's too hard to do that. But it's not actually about trying to attain a particular state, or it's not trying to create something. It's actually the absence of creating something. It's actually the absence of trying to do something. And when you allow yourself to try to sort of step back with that, then it actually gets very clear, what is going to really benefit you and what is not going to benefit you. Now, I love the water, like quite a few of you know, but if anyone has ever been in a pool, river, any sort of water, and they've completely relaxed, and they've just allowed themselves to lay back in the water and completely relax, what happens? You actually float. You do not sink. The only time you sink is when you tense up. So there's a great analogy with here. When you completely let go of trying to do, of trying to be, of trying to make or think or that sort of thing, you go into this beautiful state of suspended sort of animation within yourself and within the world as well. And it's a state in which is completely, every single person is completely able to do this. But it just depends on how you allow yourself. Now, they're laughing and poking me a little bit with this too, because they're saying everyone has the elements of the monkey mind. You know, where you jump from one thought to the next, to the next, to the next, and you just keep going. Everybody has that. But when you're more aware of when you're doing this, and when you're able to be more forgiving, be more relaxing, and be more at ease about if it is happening, what it does is it actually allows a disconnection to occur. Now, this is a very positive disconnection. This is the disconnection from judgment, from trying, from, you know, pushing away, from trying to be. It's a state of being in allowance, and it's a state of being strong, of actually being vulnerable at the same time. It's a state in which allows you to really connect to all that is inside of you. And it's a state in which you have a lot more clarity and understanding about your power, your direction, and actually what is going to bring in the greatest light and the greatest love into your life as well. And so I'm going to leave it there with you, but I really love you to have a think about these elements and how you can start to integrate that into your life, and maybe even write down, okay, you know, if you write it down, they're saying, look, if you write something down like, you know, listen to music, and you put it on the fridge, you've really got to move it off the fridge and put it somewhere else after about 2 or 3 days, because you start getting really used to it. So you put it from the fridge, you can put it on the bench, stick it on top of your computer, you can put it on your car, you can do whatever, but moving this around, this, you know, thing that you've written down actually helps to remind you in different places. And so try this out, see how you go with this. So yeah, I think that's it for this week. So thank you very much for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed the surroundings here, a beautiful Puerto Viejo, and in this wonderful B&B that I've been able to stay in with the lovely host Sarah and her 2 dogs, Chunk and Bean. Beautiful, beautiful dogs that I've had the pleasure of being able to stay with for a short time here. So if you would like a session with me, or you would like to have a chat with me about that, please call me on WhatsApp or send messages through WhatsApp, Messenger, or Instagram. Have a look on my website, davidmjohn.com. All the details are there. Yeah, just remember, if you're calling through WhatsApp, it's the +61 in front of my number. So, all right, lots of love. Have fun, enjoy yourself, and I look forward to connecting with you again next week. All right, see you then. Bye-bye.